For the longest time, Quinn Ewers was rated as a 1.0000 recruit and was the clear-cut #1 player in the country across all major recruiting rankings. Well, this past weekend, that all changed as the player we are going to talk about today becomes the best player in the 2022 class according to ESPN. Ewers, as a result, drops down to a .9999 rating, and all of a sudden, we have a battle for the best player in the country. But who is the best player in the country according to ESPN? In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. If there's a player you want to see in future episodes, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. Before we get into this video, apparently 95% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. It really helps the channel out, and I'd really appreciate it. Walter Nolen was born in Cordova, Tennessee, and could be one of the most dominant defensive linemen in the country. Some even believe he could be the best defensive lineman ever ranked by 24/7 Sports. As a sophomore, Nolen played high school football at Olive Branch, where he recorded 3 sacks and 92 total tackles, 26 tackles for a loss, 21 hurries, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery, leading them to the second round of the 6A Mississippi State playoffs. Nolen was named First Team Commercial Appeal All-Metro after his stellar season. Then, he decided to transfer to IMG Academy in February of 2020 before changing his mind, deciding to return to the Memphis area before ever getting to play there, and deciding to transfer to St. Benedict Auburndale. Head coach Marlon Wall spoke on the transfer saying, "It's pretty cool just because you want to get the recognition out that St. Benedict is a great place to be as a student, but also as an athlete as well. So I know with this big cat right here, the news will be out there and you could come here and play some ball, and not just play some ball, but be one of the best because that's what he is." St. Benedict had gone 3-7 the previous year and 0-5 in regional play, so Nolen was becoming a key piece when it came to turning around the program. Wall played linebacker at Tennessee and looked forward to teaching Nolen what he had learned in the SEC. Wall told Commercial Appeal, "I want to give him the small details that your college coaches are going to be requiring of you. I know that kid can do that stuff and walk across the stage one day and be drafted. I mean like a first-round draft pick. That kid is good as far as how explosive he is. His first step is unmatched. He's got flexible hips, he's light on his feet, he's huge. Huge human being at 6'5" with long arms and small calf muscles so he can move. If you're looking for a defensive lineman as far as drawing one up, he's one." I couldn't find out how Nolen did last season, but according to Max Prep, St. Benedict finished the season going 1-7 and 0-5 in conference play. From his highlights though, the man dominated all over the field from the defensive end and defensive tackle position. There's a reason he is viewed as one of the best players in his recruiting class. According to 24/7 Sports Composite, as of July 22nd, 2021, Walter Nolen is the best defensive lineman in the country, best player in Tennessee, and 3rd best player in his class with a rating of .9991. According to ESPN, Nolen is the best player in his class ahead of Quinn Ewers. Nolen has earned over 25 different Division I offers from the likes of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Michigan, and Tennessee. According to 24/7 Sports' Gabe Brooks, Nolen is projected to be a future first-round pick with a pro comparison to Leonard Williams. Nolen is 6'4" and weighs 300 pounds. He has a rating of 10 for hands, 9 for motor, point of attack and explosiveness, 8 for athleticism and strength, and 7 for versatility and size. Brooks writes, "Stoutly assembled defensive lineman with college-ready size. Owns the requisite height and possesses verified length to foster more bulk addition if desired. Powerful build manifests in point of attack disruption. Flashes consistent suddenness at the snap and closes fast in pursuit. Shows outstanding lateral range relative to size. Punchy and physical. Motor runs hot. Strong enough to make plays through blocks. Can also run plays down from the backside. Has posted outstanding verified testing numbers. Violent hands will become even more dangerous as pass rush movesets expands. Could thrive inside in a 4-man front, but looks to have position and scheme versatility. Among the nation's top defensive prospects in the 2022 class. Should become an impact high major defensive lineman with high round NFL draft ceiling." On April 2nd, Nolen released his top 8, which included Alabama, Florida, Georgia, LSU, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, and USC. He originally was not planning to commit until December, which his father did not believe. His decision could be coming sooner, with his father telling Saturday Down South, "Knowing him, it's possible. He had originally said December, but I was like, nah, it'll be done before then." It is quite possible. Nolen announced his top 5 schools back on July 9th, and many thought Ohio State would make the list due to their success they have had developing linemen and sending them to the NFL, but surprisingly, they did not. Instead, their rival Michigan made the list along with Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. Walter and his father have spoken to the media about each school, and when it comes to Alabama, Nolen told Sports Illustrated, "I just feel like Coach Freddie Roach can help me get where I want to be. And just to be able to play for the coaching staff they have is a pretty great opportunity. They have been saying, look at what they've done in the past and how Alabama defensive linemen are prospects in the NFL." While his father basically said, well, it's Alabama. Nolen spoke on Florida saying, "When I was at IMG Academy, I feel like that helped better our relationship, and me being able to talk to them and them being 2 to 3 hours away, it was just a good chance. So being a college town, they are one of the biggest college towns you can think of, so that helps them. Eventually, when you get to college, you have to think about you are going to be sharing reps with the best because everybody is there for a reason, and you have to take that into consideration and get every opportunity you can. I feel like with Florida's offense getting off the field a lot, it gives a chance for their defensive linemen to get more reps." While his father spoke highly on Dan Mullen and the staff, saying, "I think Dan Mullen is probably the biggest factor for Florida. Florida has a good coaching staff. Coach Dave Turner is a good coach. We enjoyed talking with them. Dan Mullen is a good guy, and it feels like home down there as well." Nolen spoke on Georgia, saying, "It is just like once I dropped my top 10, they picked it up a lot. They have picked up the speed, and now I'm talking to them every day. And just being able to get on Zooms and get on board with them has been pretty good, and just showing me how they would use me on the defensive line and stuff. After the UA camp, we drove down to Athens and drove around the campus for a bit. It was pretty good, even though I couldn't get in contact with the coaches and stuff. It was still good to be able to ride around campus and see it." He spoke on Michigan, saying, "Just talking with Cody Jones, that has been my childhood friend. We have been playing football together forever, and being able to take that to college would be great. Talking with Coach Mike McEnald and Coach Ronald Bellamy and all of them, and just being able to talk to them about using me as a defensive lineman and defensive end, I feel like it's a defensive front I would want to be in. They told me they would use me all across it." Originally, Tennessee was not one of Nolen's final 8 schools, but they worked themselves back into the list. Tennessee is trying extremely hard trying to recruit their 5-star in-state recruit, offering both Nolen's brothers, Warren, who's a 2025 prospect, and Waylon, who's a 2027 prospect. If his younger brothers are anything like Walter, then Tennessee might be onto something, but many believe it's a creative, somewhat crazy attempt to get Nolen to sign with them. Walter's father told Saturday Down South why Tennessee made the list again, saying, "I am probably going to say Coach G, Rodney Garner, and the recruiting staff. When they came in from day one, when they got there, they were like, we have to have Walter. He is a top priority for us. Just looking at Coach G's body of work, 30 plus years, multiple kids go on to the NFL. He is really good at what he does, so that's a big plus for them." 24/7 Sports has no crystal ball yet, but a commitment does seem like it may be coming in the next few weeks, as he has shut down his recruitment. According to Rivals Futurecast, they project Nolen to go to Florida, with analysts giving it 100%, while the Fan Futurecast projects him to go to Tennessee. But where do you think Walter Nolen is going to commit, and who is the best player in the 2022 recruiting class? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos in the Who Is series. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.